Hey everybody, welcome back to another Mysidia gaming video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Romancing Saga Re Universe, which is a new game that has recently come out and I've been playing a crap load of because it's so awesome. It's got nostalgia, it's got awesome music, it's got fun combat, and it's portrait mode, which is personally something I'm a really big fan of. So we're going to talk all about the game and what I've been liking so much about it. Okay, right off the bat, we're in the main menu here, and we are in this awesome retro town, and everything looks super sharp, and that's kind of the theme in this game, that everything, all the animation, it all looks really sharp, but then you also get these classic FF6-like sprites, and the people that are Romancing Saga fans are going to hate me for comparing it to FF6 because you're going to be like, no, it's like Romancing Saga, but I didn't play that game. So this is really my introduction to Romancing Saga, and I've got to say, now that I've played this, I kind of want to go back and play the other ones, so that's definitely on my radar. But let's talk about kind of the different things that you can do in this game, because it's certainly very unique. It brings stuff over from the Romancing Saga series that if you haven't played them, they're going to be totally new to you and possibly very refreshing to you, as they are to me, the different ways that, like, there is no really leveling up in this game, and there's different ways to acquire skills and different ways to pull gacha. It's definitely very, very cool. So let's talk more about that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what we call styles in this game. So there's a bunch of characters here, but we also have a bunch of styles, and the styles are what you actually pull for in the game. So we'll talk a little bit about why they're called styles and not characters, but first I want to talk about the stats. So every single character has all these stats, and at the end of a battle, if it's appropriate difficulty, you have a chance of a stat going up. And you can see for this style here that strength, dexterity, and agility all have a small chance of increasing at the end of the battle. So there's no levels up. You're not going to level up your character to 99. You're just going to keep battling and battling and battling and hope that your stats go up every time, and there's multiple ways to do that. You can also see that by equipping a style on a character, you get a certain boost to those stats to make them more powerful. So there's two kind of things going on here. So to really explain the difference between styles and characters, let's take a look. We've got Katarina here, and she is an SS rarity, and then I also have Katarina here, and this is an S rarity. These are two different styles that I had to pull gacha-wise to get. But if you actually look at the stats of the character, so this is Katarina the character, she has 23 strength, 20 endurance, 20 dexterity, 20 agility. And then I go back up to this SS Katarina. She also has 23, 20, 20, 20. So they have the exact same stats. All Katarina styles that I pull are going to have the exact same character stats, and they will get different bonuses depending on which style I'm using. So if I use this SS style of Katarina, I've leveled it up, the style itself, so that it gives all of these bonuses to her stats. But then if I go take a look at a different style, you might see that, okay, the bonuses aren't as good because I haven't worked on this one as much. But you can also see that this style increases different stats. So in order to raise all of the stats of your characters, you need to use them in different styles and farm on multiple modes. Each style has different action abilities, it has different elemental resistances, different passive abilities, and you can actually inherit skills between the styles. So it's kind of hard to wrap your head around at first, but it's actually really cool. So in order to get the best SS Katarina I can have, I need to do a few things. I actually need to level up, I need to play as Katarina on lower rarity units so that she gets more stats, and then she'll be more powerful at the highest rarity. So it's kind of weird, but it's also really cool. For example, with this unit I have over here, Undine, she's got this really awesome water mage style. So with this style, I get all these powerful water attacks that I can unlock, but because I leveled her A rank I got Water of Life, which is a healing spell. Now I can inherit that healing spell from the A rank Undine up into the S rank Undine, and when I play as S rank Undine, then I can use healing spells and her her spells that do damage. So there's a lot to think about. You like when you're farming, sometimes you want to be farming on the lower rarity versions of characters so you can gain stats, and you also want to level those characters or develop those characters, sorry, it's going to be hard to get rid of that word, so that you can get their skills and then inherit them onto the better versions of those characters. So it's really an interesting system that I've never really seen before in a game. So obviously this game's pretty unique. There's a lot of other things going on. You can do equipment, and there's different formations that you can put your party in, which is very cool as well. There is a form of idling where you can send your units off onto expeditions, and while they're on expeditions, they're going to be gaining some experience to level up your styles, and they're also going to be getting stats themselves, and you can just continue to send them off so that you are always gaining experience. Now I want to clarify, when I say experience, I'm talking about style experience. So you see there's levels here, but these aren't the levels of the characters. Again, there's all these different versions of Katarina. I have one here and one right below there. These styles of characters can be leveled up, and that's what increases those percentage stat increases. So you can see now that when I use Katarina with this style, she gets these bonuses to her stats, and if I want to level that up, that's great. But the base Katarina, she never levels up. Your actual characters don't have levels. They only gain stats at the end of battle. So it's kind of an interesting thing. There's also a system where you can train over time, and you're going to get different these puzzle pieces for your units, and you need those puzzle pieces to increase the max style level. So that's also, I think that's kind of like solving the dupe system. There's also ways to just get generic pieces so that you can then just use generic pieces for that rarity, which is really cool as well. So there's a whole forge system with weapons and equipment and evolving equipment and all that, and that's really cool, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do some summoning because that's what people want to see. So I've actually saved up here a guaranteed ticket, so we're going to use that, but we also have some other tickets that we can use that are pretty cool. So we'll take a look at the summon animation. It's pretty weird. I'm sure this is referencing something in one of the games, but I don't know what it is. But like I have honestly no idea what's going on. She got an idea. She kicks the machine. There's a lot of kung fu in this game. She's kicking the machine. It shoots into the sky, and wham bam, let's get some units. The art is very cool in this game. Every time a character does anything in the game, they just, wow, whatever it is. There's some really gorgeous looking women, of course, which is important to a lot of you, I'm sure. And there's just so many cool looking characters to pull. So we're gonna see what my guaranteed SS is here, or if I can get an extra one. So we got another dupe, and you'll see what happens when we pull these dupes. And here it is. Okay, so here is our SS character, and it's got this really cool text, and then some quote from the game that they're from, I'm sure. And boom, we got Barbara, who is a spear user, and I don't think I actually have a spear user. And spear users are very cool in my eyes, so I'm super excited to try her out. That's going to be awesome. I'm not going to review you right now, game. So look at all these dupes. I pulled the puzzle pieces that are going to raise their max style level, but you can get those naturally from the different, like the training and stuff, and you can also use generic pieces. So there's like gold SS puzzle pieces that can be used for any SS character, so it really takes the pressure off you, which is super nice. They also just give you a lot of free stuff. Like, look how many gems I have up here. There is this spiral corridor end game content where you can summon with tickets from that. There's also like your typical banners, but there's also free daily summons. And then there's also this platinum ticket where these tickets, you just get them from rewards, and then you can go ahead and spend them on summons to try and go ahead and pull some more units, and they're very, very generous with everything, which is super cool. So we're gonna skip, and we'll just do another quick summon here, see if we get anything good, and if not, we're gonna move on. So look at that, I've got a new S rarity character, which is very, very cool. So we're gonna go take a look really quickly at the character that we just pulled, because I'm very, very curious about that, and then we'll look at some combat. So I just pulled Barbara, and she's this cool spear user. She's got some abilities, so an all-range attack, another range attack, and something that can hit with paralysis for medium chance, which is good. So this is really cool, and then some awesome, some really awesome passive abilities here. So this is a character, I think, I'm trying to get the lingo down. I think they call us a jammer because she can stun enemies and debuff enemies. But there's also healers, there's mages, there's tanks, there's damage dealers. It's all pretty standard. So let's go ahead and jump into some combat. Okay, so we're on the world map right now, and I haven't played on emulator in a while, so it's going to tell me that I unlocked everything. So we'll just wait for it to load all these different things. But the world map is all like, it has this hand-drawn look, which is very cool, and then when you move around, it shows them kind of moving around the map, which is very cool. There's a lot going on right now. There's 3 different events that are pretty neat. There's a lot of daily stuff that you need to do. There's also some challenge modes. So the spiral corridor, you just keep going as far as you can to try to get to the top, and then it resets after a while, and you get summon tickets from that. There's also Forest of Mystery, where you need a ticket to get in, and you can get some really cool drops and then some exchange items. And it's the same thing with the events. Like, for example, this Sabayar here, every time you beat him, he's going to get stronger and stronger, so then you go fight him again and again. So we can actually, let's try fighting this guy. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's try fighting him so I can give you an idea of what the combat looks like in this game. Okay, so we're going to take it off auto here, and this is so retro. I just love the way they jump into combat, and you got your sprite enemy. So whenever you start your turn, you're going to have a certain amount of BP here that you can spend on different abilities, and it's going to recharge every turn. And if you want to save up, you can just use your normal attack. But we're going to start off right off the bat with a water blast, which is going to do less damage. You can see up here at the top, it's going to do less damage. But we'll also go ahead, and we're just going to use a couple skills just to show you what it looks like, because they look really cool. So we'll just kind of go in here, and you can see right at the top, my guy there, you use Taunt, and that's a passive ability. And like, really, you're just going to see, like, he's healing himself. This guy down at the bottom, Albert, he has a chance to taunt after attacking. You just build your team to try to be really sturdy. I've picked this formation here so that the person at the back gets an increased magic, I believe, and then other people get increased agility, so they act faster. It's very, very cool system. And you can see that I'm also charging up an overdrive gauge, which I'm going to be able to use to do some really cool combos if we're able to save up. So I'm going to save up some BP, and we're just going to get in here and do some damage, and then hopefully save up for a really flashy combo so we can show off. So at the beginning of every round, I'm going to check all my guys' HP. Now, Albert has a chance to heal, but I'm just going to heal him just in case. We'll be careful here. So even if people die, if they go down to 0, you can still cast to heal them, and they're going to come back. And there's a certain amount of times they can come back. And after they've come back, so it's this LP here, I guess it's life points or something. After they've come back a certain amount of times, they can't come back anymore. But I've really never had someone die that many times. If they've died that many times, then everyone's dying. I'm going to lose. Okay, so it looks like we can just beat this guy without the overdrive, but we'll see if we get a chance to use it here. Okay, so we'll use all of our most powerful abilities if we can, and you'll get it. See if we can get a combo. I'm not 100. I'm still learning how the combos work, but all these abilities look super cool. Like, check this out, flowing slash. Don't kill my unit. The wood chop, like, that is insane. 3,000 damage. this game is so satisfying to unlock abilities. Like, so as you fight, you can see my stats are going up because this was an appropriately difficult enemy, and then I get some experience that I can put towards their styles. And I just pulled an S unit. That's really cool. This guy's pretty awesome. Or I guess that was going to be the reward for this stage anyway. But so as you fight, you have a chance to unlock your new skills, and you have a chance to increase the rank of your skills. So really the game it just features a bunch of farming. Like, that's what you want to do. You want to farm stuff for your weapons. You want to farm style experience to level up your styles, and you want to farm stats on your different characters. And then you just want to start theory crafting and figure out, you know, what formation to use. So I'll give you an example. If I go into my edit for my party here, I can show you all the different choices that I have. So for example, in edit parties, I'm going to have all these different characters, and they have 4 equipment slots, and they can inherit skills if I have a lower, if I have a different style that's been leveled up. So for example, I can equip these different skills that I've learned from a different Undine style to this Undine. And then I can pick a formation. So this formation, it's called Seer's Focus. It's going to give an agility and will up to the front row, will up to the middle row, and then will up and agility down to the back row. And this person in the back row is going to have a smaller chance of being targeted, which is good. I don't want Undine to be targeted. She's my healer. So there's a bunch of different formations that you can unlock, and that's really fun to play around with as well. So there's lots of really good composition stuff going on. I like this type of game because it's simple to get into, but then has a lot of room to develop unique styles and try out cool things. So we're gonna wrap it up there, but there's so much more to get into in this game. I really am enjoying it though, and I think that if you have been on the fence about trying it, you need to try it out ASAP and let me know what you think. But otherwise, I hope this video was useful to you, and if it was, let me know in the comments below, and we'll get to chatting. Alright, see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can show your support with a like and subscribe, and by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/MassidiaGaming. Until next time, keep it real, Massidians.